Hi, Christian Bates, Colic, and my clinic is in Haywards Heath, Perrymount Clinic in Haywards Heath. So I wanted to bring to you just some interesting cases. So I've just seen a gorgeous little baby, and I want to describe some of the cases that I see, and then maybe just break them down and highlight a few characteristics of babies, and then see if we can help you out by seeing those characteristics and then applying some help to them. So it's quite obvious when you have a traumatic delivery with forceps or ventouse, then you can kind of understand how a baby might have a bit of a headache from that, or might be a bit sore around their head. And then cranial osteopaths are really nice at just easing off these tensions. So that's quite obvious. Or if your delivery was long, if you've gone days of the delivery and the babies have been quite squished or been stuck, then it's quite easy to understand how those babies might feel a bit irritable. However, the baby that I've just seen now has had a really fast delivery. So the mum went in with lots of pain and contractions, and then she was only 2 centimetres, so she got sent home. Halfway home, things are getting even worse, and she's pretty sure she's going to have the baby in the car. So they turn back and they just get back in and basically have the baby in the triage area. So they didn't even make it in. So this baby has had not really much contractions on their head. In fact, the delivery was really fast, and you might think that that baby has had not much trauma at all. However, the baby is ratty continuously. Day and night, the baby is ratty and isn't sleeping. So these fast deliveries tend to characterise a baby with being continuously ratty and not sleeping very well. So they don't go into a deep sleep. Any little noise around them just wakes them up, and then they're back crying again. So they're not necessarily overly colicky. So colicky babies tend to have had C-section or antibiotics. The baby I've just seen has had no antibiotics, no forceps, no ventouse, but it was just born very fast. And also you can imagine that the mother was quite stressed and was feeling this sort of traumatic delivery as well. So the baby has kind of picked up on that whole speed. You know, the mum's not wanted to have the baby in the car, has been holding on almost, and then just finally got to the hospital and then had the baby in the wrong area of the hospital. So that gives basically a ratty baby. And also because, and I've mentioned this before, because the baby was born so fast, so in this nice fetal position inside the mum, born very fast, and then it's just pinging back up into this curled up ball. So the baby always wants to be up on the shoulder in this little frog position, always needs to be jiggled and stroked because it's calming down that irritability. So with the treatment, we're just going to help the baby stretch out a little bit and then just calm everything down. So the characteristic of a very fast born baby is this kind of knees up frog type position, constantly wanting to be held and jiggled around, and they're quite ratty, and they only go into a light sleep. Okay, hope this helps, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.